Hi, my name is Tim, and I am living with Lou Gehrig's disease.
Tim LaVallette is a 29-year-old chief video editor and co-owner of Keen Innovations, which proudly produces Adoption Chronicles, a video profile for foster children awaiting adoption. He was diagnosed with ALS in May 2009 after initial onset symptoms appeared last November. Along with his wonderful girlfriend and partner, Kaylan, Tim looks forward to spending a full and happy life being with the people that he loves and educating as many people as possible on ALS with the same compassion as Lou Gerhig, the Iron Horse. He's very proud to be delivering Lou Gehrig's speech to you this evening.
It was the 70th anniversary of his retirement speech, and stadiums across the country where people were delivering it. I, however, was one of the few that memorized it.
Fans, for the past 2 weeks, you've been reading about a bad break I got. Yet today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I've been in ballparks for 17 years and have never received anything but kindness and encouragement from you fans.
And I didn't want to, I thought I would kind of degrade the emotional impact of it all if I was just sitting there reading, I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth. Now, I did have the paper in my hand because I was scared shitless I would drop the word. The day before, there's this part where he rattles off this whole list of names, and one of them is like Rupert something. Anyway, I said Rupert Murdoch, and I had to pause for a second. I'm like, I was so scared I was going to say something like that or like screw up something.
Look at these grand men. Who wouldn't consider it the highlight of their career to be associated with them for even one day? Sure, I'm lucky. Who wouldn't consider it an honor to have known Jacob Ruppert or the builder of baseball's greatest empire, Ed Barrow? To have spent 6 years with that wonderful little fellow, Miller Huggins, and then to have spent the next 9 years with that outstanding leader, that smart student of psychology, the best manager in baseball today, Joe McCarthy. Sure, I'm lucky.
It was terrifying, but it was an honor to be asked to do it and to do it. It is. I don't know anything about baseball. I'm being that baseball's kind of like this disease's friend or whatever, this disease's sport. I'm learning a lot more about it. It was definitely an honor to get to do it, and I'm glad that I got over myself enough to do it.
When the New York Giants, a team you would give your right arm to beat, and vice versa, sends you a gift, that's something. When everybody from the groundskeepers to the boys in white coats remember you with trophies, that's something. When you have a mother-in-law who takes your side in squabbles with her own daughter, that's something. When you have a father and mother who work all their lives so you can have an education and build your body, it's a blessing. And when you have a wife who is a tower of strength and shown more courage than you ever dreamed possible, that's the finest I know.
I think it's a damn good speech. It really sums it up, and like the whole, I can relate to you've been hearing about the bad break I got, but today I feel like the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I can relate to that because I think a lot of people look at what I have and go, oh, that fucking sucks. And it does suck, but like, I guess not everyone gets their own army. So, there's a lot of, there's, like I said, it all goes back, there's been way more good that's happened since the diagnosis than bad.
So I close in saying that I may have had a bad break, but I have an awful lot to live for. Thank you. Please donate to the ALS Association.
there was the wife of someone who had ALS pulled Kaylan aside, and it, you know, it was when it was at a time when Kaylan was definitely reeling. It was, you know, not even 2 months after diagnosis.
It was the first time I ever met somebody who was closer to my age, who I could ask the one question that nobody has been able to answer, which is like, how does this work? How do I survive this? How is this possible? Do humans have this kind of capacity? What do I do? And she was the first person to be like, it's okay.
I just said to her, you know, look, I know exactly where you are right now. I know exactly what you're going through, and I know it scares the shit out of you. But what you're gonna, you gotta think of this as an adventure. You're gonna see shit that no one else will get to see. And you know what? There's way more good that you're gonna see than bad.
And so that was really important, because nobody's been able to say that and me really trust them up until that point.
Just look at it as an adventure and not as something, you know, not as this giant shitty thing that's gonna ruin your life.
And it was the very first time that I got to really get a straightforward answer from somebody I knew understood me and what was happening.
Well, I'll die trying, I'll never give up. Even when the odds are down, when no one gives a fuck. And even when pigs are flying, hell is frozen up. Well, I'll die trying, I'll never give up. And I know it's hard to love someone